Welcome to Fishy Business. It's Wednesday again, probably Thursday for you by the time you're watching this. We're on the sidewalk where we have managed to get most of what's been ordered inside the building. What we have not gotten inside the building yet are these 210-gallon aquariums. We got 2 of them this week, and I promise we're not going to make these videos where I'm talking about pricing and things like that every week, unless it's absolutely necessary, and today it's absolutely necessary. These 2 tins right now are $600 for a 210-gallon aquarium. The reason they're still out here on the sidewalk is because one sold before we even got it in the building, and there's one left. That's just this week. Come on inside and let's see what else is happening. Yes, we have to pass the tower of BioCubes, which we have right here. Quick reminder, please subscribe to our channel at Fishy Business SC. This is very important to us. You know, if you've watched the last couple of episodes, this thing is completely unscripted because I'm not that great at this. But we're just kind of doing things off the cuff. The idea is to make a show or a YouTube channel that actually benefits you with things that you learn. We're not quite there yet. We're still kind of doing this as a tour so you can sit on your couch, not have to actually get in your car and come down here. But what we ultimately want to do is answer your questions, address issues and concerns with the aquarium, and just make the whole hobby better for you. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So just a little blurb, Fishy Business SC at YouTube, please subscribe. We've got the BioCube, the 32 BioCube that we're giving away this month if you subscribe. By March 31st, we'll actually draw a winner. You've got a couple weeks left, so I strongly urge you to do that. Kind of pay attention to what's going on here. All right, all that said, let's move in. This is stuff still happening. It's coming in that we haven't even got out. This arrived at 8 o'clock this morning and we're still trying to get it out. We got a lot of new products today. One thing that we have today that we don't normally have are guests in the store. Francois Nollet and his partner today.
Yeah, my what's the name?
Provider.
My provider, yeah. My provider of the
If you don't know his name, how do you possibly figure I'm going to pronounce his name? Yeah, okay.
Sorry for me. This is Jerome from Aquatic and Francois from Elos, and also distributor for Aquatic in US. And now with
Chuck.
Chuck.
The promise that I made to him just a few minutes ago is he is going to teach me how to cook escargot the proper way if I start stocking his rock. Now you remember last week I actually did a rock display, but it wasn't his rock that I used. So he is going to kind of help me give a presentation. Francois?
This is Aquatic, the French company from Jerome, made since maybe 35 years now. And they made the rocks in ceramics, fired ceramics. And you can have a live rock system with it. And it looks like a live rocks in maybe 2-3 months. You can have coralline algae and everything. You have more escaping in the freshwater system. It costs for the customer about $29.99. It's not so expensive for something like that. We have some big ones, small ones. You can make on a nano BioCube. You have the win-free BioCube you can win. In Fishy Business, you can have directly your escape inside. I hope you enjoy.
One of the nice things about this, especially for you fraggers out there, is that it is very fragger friendly. Try to say that 3 or 4 times.
And you can also put some shelf here.
Yep.
We have some rocks, plates, you can put on it and make more space if you want. Yeah, we can bring some. Yeah.
Absolutely easy to decorate, use with your cuttings. Suddenly you have a little mini reef that doesn't just look like having your frags sitting on all of this fake stuff in your tank.
It's pretty cool, and also it's very porous. You can have a very similar system with the live rocks function. It's exactly the same if you have live rocks in your tanks.
Fantastic. Where is this made in France?
It's made in center of France, at Glenic.
It's a small town in the middle of nowhere in France.
Yeah, it's very small town, but very close to Limoges, you know.
Oh yeah.
What is Limoges?
Yeah.
Limoges is famous for porcelain, and we are
Glenic,
neighbors.
and the ceramics were made there, and they made everything. And we stock now in South Carolina.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
They're stuck. You hear that? So, Thank you very much for the display. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
you so much.
you got it. You have to teach me how to cook snails.
Next week.
All right, moving right through the store. Come this way. Still come this way. All right. Wanted to show you this. In addition to the 210s I showed you on the corner, we've got the 180 back in stock. Beautiful black stand and canopy. Super, super nice. For all of you people out there that want a little bit bigger tank, a little bit nicer look, this is great for aquascaping. And it is a statement maker in any room that you would have. Not going to get too long-winded with tanks today. I want to take you right into the fish. A lot of new angelfish came in for you freshwater guys. We've got the silver smoke angels, the black marbles, the panda angels. For the last couple weeks, we've only had 1 or 2 types. Actually, for the last couple months, we've only had a couple types. Now we have got a plethora of beautiful angelfish. So if you've got a planted tank, you have that kind of different tank, angelfish are great. They're great in a small tank with 1 or 2. They're great in a large tank with multiples, as you can see. But fantastic angels Kevin's got in for us today. I've got the silver hatchets back in and the celestial pearl danios. These celestial pearls are great for nano tanks. You hear me talk about this a lot with the live plants and the little desktop tanks, but these tanks right here, we've got a little triplet of an island here. Absolutely fantastic small little fish. Come this way. I got to show you the prize of the week, at least in my opinion. And that is, he's going to come out and show for me. The gold nugget plecostomus, Zingu. Check out this beautiful fish right here. Now, one thing about plecostomus, there is an immense amount of them that are very collectible. And plecostomus are some of the prettiest freshwater fish. Yes, they're algae eaters, and you don't think about it very much when you've just got the run-of-the-mill $5.99 pleco. Check this guy out right here. A little farewella just moved in. Or a whiptail cat, actually, is what this is. A lot of really cool oddballs came in this week, and you're looking at 2 of them right now. Large neon tetras are back in stock. Moving right down, the black phantom tetras that came in this week, look at the high fins. Absolutely beautiful fish, beautiful fish. Let's see, what else came in? Oh, check these out. Cutter cichlid came in this week. The roseline sharks, the Congo tetras, I know I harp on these, but you don't see them with this kind of color very often. Down. Oh, Kevin, hold on. I got this rare moment. Do you remember when I was trying to find Kevin the other week? Well, he just suddenly rolled into the picture, so he's gonna help me out while I sit around and search. Kevin, why don't you take us through a couple real quick that came in real nice. Okay. I've made it this far.
We've got some long-fin tiger barbs, which is the first time we've ever had this variety of tiger barb in before. They've got really nice, pretty long fins. You need to zoom in on them a little bit so you can see them. But they are really nice looking.
Are they as aggressive as regular tiger barbs?
I'm assuming not because of the
long fins.
They would be nipped if you mix them with regular
Okay,
tiger
so
barbs.
those of you that like tiger barbs, this may be a little bit safer barb.
Mm-hmm. And then we also got another really cool fish down here. We've got some super blue king tetras down there. We've got some celestial pearl.
Yep, showed him that. Showed him that. Hey, what about the shrimp? Talk some about the shrimp, because I haven't really elaborated too much on this, and I know we got some more shrimp in this week.
We've got a bunch of different color neocaradinas. We've got in some everything from blue to orange to cherry to green. We got some yellows in the back, and we'll be getting in some locally raised. There's a nice blue one there. We'll be getting in some locally raised crystal shrimp in by the end of the week. They look like a little peppermint stick with the red and white.
Hey, it's Mike sharing at Fishy Business.
We've got some really, really exceptionally good quality green tiger barbs.
Exceptionally green tiger barbs.
We've got in some moon silver dollars. Kind of like your regular silver dollar, but it has a little bit of a different body shape. And also, too, doesn't have the spots in the middle of it, just solid silver. Really pretty fish.
Anything else outstanding that came in freshwater? We did the angels. Went through the hatchet fish. Anything major with goldfish or koi this week?
Not really on that. We do have the golden orse back there, the little mosquito fish.
All right, let's go talk about those real quick and then we'll switch to saltwater. Golden orse. Apparently I'm going to talk about them. The golden orse eat mosquitoes. Did you hear me? They eat mosquitoes. So having a few of these in your pond are great, especially if you're going to keep fish. Golden orse are the way to go. They're the first thing to sell out during pond season, obviously, because they do the job everybody wants. They want the mosquitoes gone and away from the pond and not sitting on your pond plants, and that's the guy that takes them. So we have them. For how long, I don't know, but we got them today. All right. Having said that, where do I want to move into saltwater? I know what I want to start with. Come with me. I don't know if you watched the video or if it's gotten posted yet, but we just set up a 180-gallon tank the other day that was right here. Now, Guy Griffin, my partner, just went and did a redesign that looks very much like something I would have done. He's done a phenomenal job. We essentially have a new 180-gallon reef tank in the store. This reef tank that you're looking at right here has gotten reworked. There are no, the few corals that are in there are just part of the skeletal system of it. Guy's getting ready to put a lot of incredible corals in here. My guess is after he gets back from the show next week. And this is a beautiful scaping of what is to come. So you're gonna wanna watch this tank. It's probably gonna look very different in the coming weeks, and I'll try to focus on it. But right now, this is where we're at with this. Moving right back here, I want you to take a look at these guys. The sharks still haven't hatched. We're waiting patiently. I look at them every day going, when are they gonna hatch? When are they gonna hatch? As you can see the bands on the baby sharks in there, they are ready any moment, any day. I can't imagine that they haven't hatched since last week as they were wiggling around. They were wiggling around this morning, but this is to come. Hopefully we'll see them pretty soon. So we're gonna start at the invertebrates. Baby seahorses, check this out. We haven't had seahorses in a while, and right now we have got tank-raised baby seahorses. These things are as cute as it gets, as mystical as you can imagine, and they're tank-raised. That's the best part of it. They've never been out of the wild. They don't have to readjust to anything. They're eating frozen food. They're as cute as they can be. You can actually get one while it's small. Now, a little thing about seahorses, and I won't get too long-winded with it, they have to be kept by themselves. They are an opportunistic feeder. They're not going to compete for food. So these particular seahorses, you would have to set up a small little tank. They're small enough right now where a BioCube or a little bit larger nano tank would make a perfect tank for these guys. You don't have to do some big, huge, expensive tank to keep seahorses. What you do have to do is give them a tank by themselves and give them a lot of love and care. And that's usually the easy part, as there's very few things as cute as a seahorse. So, we'll move from the seahorses. Right now, while he's resting, I got a beautiful leopard wrasse in. He's mad right now because he just came out of the bag and he's not showing off, but he is perfectly fine. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Moving right along, fire shrimp are back in stock. One of my favorite wrasses. Parachilinus filamentosa, the filamentosa wrasse. This is not the easiest wrasse in the world to get. It's not super rare, but it is one of the showiest, one of the sweetest, one of the most compatible wrasses you can put in a saltwater tank. If you look, they have this beautiful fin display, and they display with all these colors. Look it up, Parachilinus filamentosa, the filamentosa flasher wrasse. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fish right there. Let's see what else. Oh, we got red starfish in this week. We don't usually have these. What else? The black leopard wrasse right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Green mandarins are in this week. More unique tile stars are in this week. The redfin fairy wrasse is in. Oh, I got a 4-line wrasse. I haven't had this fish in a long time. This was a 4-line wrasse. 6-line wrasses are great for small nano tanks, so is the 4-line. I think the 4-line actually has more color. Same type of fish, very small, does not get big, goes with everything, really cool. This right here, the railway glider goby. What else? Oh, an ornate wrasse. He's been hanging out here all day. Very friendly, not stressed. One of the coolest things about Salabrius wrasses and Parachilinus wrasses is typically when they come in, if they were healthy when they were shipped, they're out and they're ready to go. They're not, you know, they're not very reclusive, which is nice because they kind of go in, they're usually eating the first day, and they adapt very well to a reef tank or to a new tank. They don't typically have to go through a huge adjustment. They're usually not that expensive, and if they are, they're still within a reasonable amount, I guess, of money. And yeah, that's it in the invertebrate section. Let's go look at the fish, and then we're gonna have the surprise of the week. Koran angel came in. This is probably, I've talked about the coral beauty as far as being one of the easiest saltwater fish to keep. Of the larger Pomacanthus, Holocanthus, Euphophopes type angelfish, which are the larger bodied angelfish that get really big, the Koran angel is probably the easiest to keep. We use a lot of these in our service accounts because it's a very showy fish. They come out a lot. They're very beautiful, not reef safe, but if you have a fish only or just an invertebrate tank that doesn't have a lot of coral, the Koran angel might be the right fish for you. Formosa wrasse, I think you guys saw last week. The black Volitan lions, we've got a couple smalls this week. Really, really, really nice. Anthias are back. Oh, I got a beautiful powder blue. Check this fish out. Now, this is not for the beginner aquarist, and I would never sell a new customer this fish, but it is fantastic. It is a gorgeous fish. It can be hardy if it's introduced the right way. It is, I mean, it speaks for itself. I can sit here and talk about it all day. It's more of an open water reef fish. It swims in huge schools, but it is just like its namesake, it's a powder blue. Absolutely gorgeous tang, very compatible with a lot of fish. Green chromis, I don't know the last time we had these in stock, but I have lots of chromis in stock this week. The tamarin wrasse, I didn't even see this guy come in. Tamarin wrasse, another gorgeous, gorgeous wrasse. And yeah, I'd say that pretty well sums up saltwater and freshwater. And there's a lot of fish I haven't shown you. You'll have to come down for that, but I have kind of tried to give you the highlights a little bit. One thing I'd like to mention before the final stage of this today is that I want to know what you think. I want to know how Fishy Business can better serve you. If you'll send me some questions, if you'll send me some thoughts, anything that can help us help you. If you've got a specific question, I'll try to read it on camera and answer it if I can, because I know a lot of you have different questions. Some of you are advanced aquarists, and this run through isn't teaching you very much other than showing you fish. I'm going to get a lot more elaborate with different things from week to week. Right now, I just want to kind of get in the habit of showing you Fishy Business from week to week and getting some feedback. So however I can help you, please let me know. I guess that's it for now. I'm going to take you on one more little ride. Come with me. So for the last 2 weeks, I keep promising you there's something in this empty tank coming. There's something in this empty tank coming. Well, today, finally, something came. And no, it's not Kara, but Kara is our newest and greatest and latest employee, and she does a great, fantastic job here. She really knows her stuff, but there's something that she knows more than any of us here, and that is about the little axolotl. Kara, would you tell us a little bit, just kind of give us an overview of keeping an axolotl?
Yeah, sure. So basically, axolotls are an aquatic salamander. They never come out of the water. They live just like a fish. They are cold water, so they need pretty cold water. Yeah, they're pretty simple other than that. They're just cute little guys doing their thing.
What kind of tank environment do we want for them? Can we keep them with rocks and a normal scape like that? I guess what I'm trying to ask is, what hurts them? What's the negatives?
Gravel is a no-no. They are not too bright, and they will eat gravel thinking it's food, and it gets them impacted, and then they can't pass it. So you definitely want to stick to sand or bare bottom. That's totally safe for them. And then just cold water and no fish.
What about live plants?
Live plants are totally fine.
Any kind of live plant,
Yeah.
that doesn't bother them.
Doesn't bother
So you could keep a live planted tank as long as you had a smooth stone or something that didn't have sharp edges or anything like that?
Yeah, as long as it's bigger than the size of their head.
Okay, cool. And what about tank mates? Can anything be kept with them?
Just other axolotls.
Just
They're gonna
other
either
axolotls.
Eat the fish, or the fish is going to eat them.
What's the smallest tank I can keep with them? What's the largest?
For a full-grown axolotl, you need at least a 20-gallon long.
20-gallon long. And what's the average lifespan?
They can live up to 15 years.
15 years?
Yep.
How big is a grown axolotl?
It's about 10 to 12 inches.
Wow,
I've seen
that-
bigger, but that's average.
Okay. All right. How many different species of axolotl? You keep axolotls at home,
Yeah.
right? You raise them?
Gosh, there's at least 15 different color morphs probably.
Really? What's
Yeah.
the prettiest?
In my opinion, the golden albinos and the xanthics are my favorite.
Do you-
The xanthics are purple.
Purple.
They're the ones I pride myself in the most in working and getting that beautiful purple color.
And how, you said something about them glowing when you were talking to us about them?
So
I don't understand all that.
kind of like glowfish, where they have the GFP gene, which stands for green fluorescent protein. And so one of them in here has it, so I can turn the light just to blue, and it glows green.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. If you have questions about axolotls, send us your questions. I'll get some answers. Right now, this is a first for us actually having them. Kara's gonna be the person to talk to if you want or desire a small axolotl. Now, how small of a tank can we keep them when they're babies like this?
You can start them off in a 10-gallon. That's totally
10
fine.
gallon is good?
Just
Okay.
upgrade them when they get bigger.
Super. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So that's what was happening in this empty tank. I'd say that's pretty cool. It's maybe for the freshwater variant of the seahorse we saw back there kind of cool. We're going to kind of send off at this point. One thing I want to tell you is next week, you're going to be down in Florida for a very special show. My partner Guy Griffin is going there to a major trade show in which no public is allowed. You will be allowed. So for now, this is Chuck Mayer, Kara. We welcome you to Fishy Business anytime. And please reach out, let us know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel. Fishy Business SC, have a great week.